Hey guys, it's Sarah, and we are going to get started today on Caylan's 6th grade year. So this is the beginning of her 6th grade year, and as you can see, I have a 2-page spread here, and I use the Project Life slotted page protectors. I use Design A and Design D. So as you can see, the one on the left is Design A, which is 4x6s on the top and the bottom, and then the middles are 3x4s. Design D, which is on the right hand side, it's basically Design A but turned on its side. So the 4x6s are on the side and the 3x4s are down the middle. And that's how I've done their school albums for both my girls, and I'm just keeping up with that here. So I am going through, and I have already, as you can see, planned everything out. So I know exactly what is going to be documented in each slot. And I printed my pictures. I have schoolwork saved. And now as I'm going through all this, I am pulling out any type of card that I need, whether it's 4x6 or 3x4. I'm just picking what I need to document all this stuff. I am using one kit, basically. I use a kit that I got on QBC when that happened, which is a very, very long time ago. And I don't remember the name of it. It's the Blush Edition. There we go. So that's what I'm basically using for both my girls' school albums. So it's pretty cohesive. The colors are, I add a few colors in here and there randomly, but for the most part, I use all these. Now, I just gave Caylan a 3x4 card that had a pie chart on it, and the title of it was How I Spend My Day, and it had a little pie chart for you to fill out how you spend your day. So I asked her, I said, just think about 6th grade and kind of what you spent a lot of time doing in 6th grade. And, it doesn't have to be like 100% accurate. Just what did you do in school? Like, did you spend most of your time running in between classes? And did you spend a lot of time reading? Like, what did you do? So she filled that out for me, which was really cute. And so I have a 4x6 card up in the top left-hand corner that says 6th grade. It's already spelled out. And then I also have that little circle that says 6th on it, which is something that I used in her elementary school album, and I'm using it here too. So as you can see, she filled out that little pie chart for me. It was really cute. And then she is signing a card for me as well. I always have my daughter's signatures in each school year so I can see how their handwriting changes over time. So she signed that for me as well since she was sitting there. So she helped me a little bit here today. And okay, so I am going ahead and putting that 6 up at the top, and then for every school year I write down the school they went to, the city we lived in, and their mascot. So that's something I'm keeping consistent. Even though this is a brand new album for middle school, I did that with her elementary school as well. This was her first day of school. I had to look up the date because I couldn't remember since this was in 2019 when she started. So I'm stamping the date on here. It was in August of 2019. And so I can do that. And then I will talk about how, she was so excited for her first day of middle school. I was a nervous wreck about her, knowing her schedule and knowing where she needed to go and remembering her locker combination and all that stuff. And of course she was fine. And yeah, so she did great. She rocked it. I was a nervous wreck, but I'm a mom, so that's what I do. And so I wrote that, and then I'm going to put a couple little enamel hearts on here as well. These cute little pink enamel hearts that I got from Illustrated Faith. And that is her first day of middle school. And I think I'm just going to, am I just going to go in order here? I think kind of a little bit. I found this ticket in this little bucket, and it says number 1, and it's yellow and black, which were the colors of her school. So that was kind of perfect. So I'm going to use that on one of these cards here. And then for the signature, I need to stamp out the word signature on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that with my little stamp sets and have that. And that's very simple. I don't do anything else to that. It's just her signature, and that's it. And then trying trying to see. I don't remember what order I go in here. So this is just a picture of her by the school sign. And it says 6th grade on it, which was cool. So I had her, I pulled up and we got out of the car and took a picture at a point where it said 6th grade. And for this one, I was thinking about doing a list of her teachers. However, I do have a copy of her schedule that I'm going to include in here. So I was trying to think if I wanted to actually list all her teachers, or if it was going to, like when I put the schedule in her album, if it's going to be big enough to where you can see the teachers. So I don't need to repeat it basically. And as I put it up, I was like, yeah, you can see the teachers' names, no problem. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to do some journaling about how my sister was a teacher at the school that she went to, because we lived in Florida. We lived in my hometown. My sister taught 6th grade math at the middle school. So she was able to see my sister all the time. She didn't have her in class. She was kind of hoping to be in her class, but she had someone else that she ended up really loving anyway. But I had this little banner here that says teacher's pet, so I thought that was kind of cute. And I'm going to pull out some sequins. That's just some random sequins I got in a box when I placed an order there through, I think it was, oh gosh, I don't remember exactly who it was that I ordered something from. But when I got the box, there was, like packing peanuts and stuff. And then all among the packing peanuts or the confetti or whatever, there were embellishments sprinkled around like confetti, like little die cuts and sequins and stuff. It was so cute. And I can't remember for the life of me right now who it was. I want to say it was Coco Daisy, maybe. I just can't remember. Anyway, so I'm going to use a couple of sequins from there. All that to say that, because I saved it all in that little bucket. I just kind of threw everything in there. Actually, a few of these die cuts, that little #1 ticket was in there as well. So that was kind of cute. And then the heart that I put next to the teacher's pet too. So I'm using that stuff. And then I used some October afternoon mini markers to spell out Aunt Ashley, because that's my sister's name. And so I'm just journaling about how it was really cool that Caylan's first year of middle school, my sister was at the school. So like if Caylan ever had questions or missed the bus or needed anything, like my sister was there. So she could always go to her if she needed to. And she did quite a bit. So that was really nice. And it definitely, as a mom, made me feel better that she, has that support there, that family member. It definitely helped me out. So I'm journaling about that. And then for this one, I just found this cut that had letters on it. So I'm going to use that. And then I use that ticket that says #1. And then I'm using my hole punch, or not a hole punch, a circle punch, to punch out this image here, which was their school mascot. And that is their mascot was the ram, and that was the image. So that came on a letter that was sent home one day. So I saved it because I knew I was probably going to use that in my scrapbook somehow in her 6th grade year. So I just inked the edges of that, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in the middle here. Easy peasy. And then for this one, I have a picture of her in front of her locker. This was at when they got their schedules and their lockers and everything, and they could walk the school and walk their schedule and everything like that. So I took a picture of her at her locker, and she was really, really, really excited to get a locker. However, poor short girl got a locker on the bottom and they were 3 high. So she said, I'm happy I have a locker and it's all to myself and all that, but it's on the bottom. So it's really hard to get to. So she struggled with that a little bit. But she still did good. And then I had this die cut that said hall pass on it. So I went ahead and stuck that on out towards the side. And then I'm going to use these tiny alphabet stickers that I think I got this little book at Walmart a really long time ago. But they're black with gold letters, and I'm spelling out the word lockers or locker on it. Yeah, locker. And then I will journal about how she loved having a locker, but didn't love so much having it be on the bottom. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that journaling there. And, you know, I have this daily flash from October afternoon that's all school themed. So I'm really trying to use up some of these die cuts here. And, you know, they don't have to 100% make sense, but like a hall pass works for this one because she's in the hallway and at her locker and stuff, you know, but I'm never going to document a hall pass for her. You know what I mean? So it just made sense to use it there. And then I'm cutting down this card a little bit. There is an outline on it, so I'm just kind of following that outline because it's not matching up nicely with the 4x6 card that I'm going to place that on top of because this is a 4x6 slot. So I just cut it down a little bit to give it a bigger border. It just wasn't lining up nicely. So, and then for here, I wrote down Saved by the Bell. I used a sticker that says Saved by the Bell. And then I'm going to use some of these stars here, and I put these through my small Xyron sticker maker. These are just transparent stars that were in a freckled fawn pack, and I'm trying to use some of these things up. So I used a couple stars there, and I put some on my title page there too as well. And then just use a few here. And then for this one is where her pie chart is that she created, and I don't fully remember all the journaling that I did here, but I think I was talking about how I loved hearing about her day when she got home because she always had a lot to tell me because middle school is very interesting. So that went along with, you know, like what I do during my day type thing. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next page. And let me tell you story time. So I hit stop on my video. This is the same day, like the same sitting. I hit stopped on the video when I finished that first side. And then I was going to hit play again or hit record again to do this one because it would make my video clips smaller, shorter, and easier to get on my computer afterwards. It doesn't take as long. However, I started making this side and then forgot to hit record. So I did half of this, more than half of this without recording, and I did not realize it. And then when I realized it, I was so angry. So the good news is it's very simple. The outsides, I have the 4x6 parts. I have her yearbook picture, which is just a card and some butterflies up on top. And then the rest of them are all just schoolwork that I cut down. So I have one where she numbered one of her papers in Roman numerals, and then her teacher wrote nice numbering on it. I have her schedule up on the right hand side on the very top. That's her class schedule. And I have a sticker up there that says class schedule. And then on the bottom, there's a map that I just, they were studying sinkholes in Florida. So I just cut that little piece out, put it on a card that says what's going on right now, and put that on there. And then in the center here, I'm doing the 3x4 cards. So the very top, I wrote, I stamped out the word read on a card and put a little fox reading sticker. And I talked about how she discovered Percy Jackson, and that's one of her favorite book series now. And then the second card down, there is a sticker. I put a volleyball sticker on it because she did try out for the volleyball team. She'd been playing recreationally and wanted to try out for the team, and she didn't make it, but she did really good, and we were really proud of her for even trying. The third one down that I just did was literally just a black card, and I put her locker combination paper on there. So that's what she used to try to open her locker until she got it down. And then on the bottom here, I'm doing her school supply list, and I'm cutting it down because it's long and I even have to overlap it a little bit, so not even every single thing gets on the card, but it's okay. It's just kind of a little overview. I like to put their school supply lists on there just to kind of see like what they were having to buy for school and all that. And so I was just trying to make all of this fit on this card. So as you can see, I kind of overlapped it a little bit. A couple things are left out, but it is what it is. So I'm not too worried about it in the end. But I am going to go ahead and just glue these down onto this card. And then that will be this portion of it, and I will be back later with more of her 6th grade year and to finish it out, and then I'll show you all the inserts that I include as well, because I'm going to have quite a few inserts of her schoolwork and some things that she did throughout the year. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you again soon.